just like it bouncing around.
Nerd.
What's up?
What's up?
Imagine if we were bad at this, we would just be like, hey, welcome to our podcast.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in on this week's episode.
He's so stupid.
Oh, that'd be awful. But you know what's fucked up is we've heard podcasts like that. So, well, when we
a lot of that shit.
When we were starting our podcast, we did a lot of independent research on more or less local podcasts, smaller podcasts, smaller creators.
We did a research on like a confidence booster. It'd be like, oh yeah, our first podcast is way better than this one.
Yeah, it's. I don't even want to I don't mean this as a flex. It's just what it is, you know.
We're okay at what we do.
Yeah, we're okay. We're okay at podcasting, even though we only have.
We know how to push record and sound decent.
Yeah.
Other than that,
my 3.5 years of audio.
Community college audio.
Community college is paying off.
Regional college.
Yeah.
It was in Yuma.
Go Varks. Ow, fuck, I punched the desk.
Is it still Aardvarks?
I think it's still Aardvarks.
What the fuck's wrong with you? Stop shaking the damn...
I fucking punched the thing right here, dude.
Okay.
Look, I have an owie.
How are you?
You can see my owie. So you see it? It's all white right there.
How are you?
That white spot?
How are you?
Owied. Obviously, I just said that. You're a terrible listener.
Wowied. Mawied.
How are you?
Saddied. Sowied. Sowied.
Sorry, I hear a random hum.
I think it's a truck outside.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. I'm
wow,
sowied.
this is starting off so shitty.
No, we're good. We're fucking good. We're just going to get the worst topics in the hat for the next fucking 5 subjects.
And that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
So let's get into it then.
Let's move on.
Round 1.
That was the worst intro
That
we've
was so
ever
bad.
done.
Oh, that's super topical.
Yeah. All right, Chris.
All right.
Wait. Let's get here. All right, Chris.
IG.
Jesus. You hear that? Oh, God. What's the first subject, Christopher?
So I literally put this in the hat today.
Also, if you guys have any subjects you want in the hat, let us know. Put it so we can put it in the hat. We'll give you a shout out if we remember.
So, super topical.
Wait. Here we go.
Wow. Super topical. The new Mario casting.
Nice. Oh, no. Should we just describe it? So start that timer. Should we just describe it like in Mario terms?
No.
Like, wah.
That's Waluigi.
That's
So
Wario.
No,
Right.
That's Waluigi.
That's
Waluigi goes, wow.
That's right. Waluigi. Yeah.
Nerd.
All right, so who do we have as cast? We have Chris Pratt as Mario.
Oh, you want to look this up real quick so we can... yeah, you keep talking.
So Chris Pratt as Mario.
Let me just Google
Is
this
it
real
Danny?
quick.
Is it Charlie Day as Luigi, which actually I'm excited about? Jack Black as Bowser, which is fucking brilliant, to be quite honest with you.
Some of them are like super strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Pratt is Mario. Go on.
Yeah, if you guys haven't heard, they're actually making like a live. I don't know if it's a live action or like an animated.
I think
like,
it's
film.
CGI'd.
Like an animated film of the Mario franchise, which is kind of cool. I mean, yes and no. I feel like it's kind of hard to make.
Oh, here
that,
it is.
okay, a movie.
Sorry, I'm just gonna go over it because I just found it. So Chris Pratt is Mario.
Yeah.
Anya Taylor-Joy, who was the chess movie chick.
I haven't seen it. The Queen's Gambit. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
Queen's Gambit chick. She's Peach. Charlie Day is Luigi.
Like it.
Jack Black is Bowser.
Love it.
And I guess that's the only headlining ones.
Oh, they got some more.
Keegan-Michael Key is Toad. Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong.
Oh, that's legit.
Kevin Michael Richardson as Comic? Who the fuck is Kevin Michael Richardson?
I have no idea. That's why he's at the very bottom of the list.
Fred Armstead is Cranky Kong.
Who's Cranky Kong?
Cranky Kong's the old Kong with like the beard and the cane.
Oh, never seen it.
Oh, well, he's in a video game, so. But and Sebastian Maniscalco is Spike.
I have no idea who Spike is. That's probably why they just
Spike is one of the Bowser kids, but Sebastian Maniscalco, you know who that is?
No.
He's a comedian.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm looking up Kevin Michael Richardson, though, for sure. Because I have no idea. But, like...
I mean, the thing is like... I don't know if this movie just sounds like it's not going to be good. like
I
you know,
have
like
no idea who that is.
like besides like the fact of like who's voicing specific people, it doesn't sound like the
Yeah, I have
storyline
no
can
idea
be.
who that
Yeah, I have
is.
no idea who that is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Lego movie, like when I saw, it, I was like, this actually looks like it sounds pretty sick. It looks pretty sick.
You know what's fucked up is probably Chris Pratt got cast as Mario because of the Lego movie.
Yeah.
Because he crushed the Lego movie so well. But the problem is it's fucking Mario. Mario has literally like 70 video games behind him voiced
There's
by
a voice,
the
yeah.
same fucking guy. Why don't you have that guy be the fucking voice character?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I don't like Chris Pratt as that cast. And for one, he's kind of a douche now.
Yeah.
And two, like he doesn't fit the Mario. Like he doesn't fit that persona. Like you think of Peach. I mean, I don't know what she sounds like, but yeah, whatever.
She's like very high pitched.
Charlie Day as Luigi. Like if he does the Italian accent.
Well, see, and that's a problem.
That's a question too.
But that's the problem is like all of these people have to do an Italian accent, which is super stereotypical
so
and kind of racist.
So is it a Japanese company
Made an Italian plumber.
that's going to be voiced by American
Yeah,
actors?
you got it. You got it.
Here we go. I'm just trying to do my Charlie Day.
Yeah. But like, yeah, and all of these, okay.
Like Bowser makes sense. Jack Black as Bowser, like I can see that, like for sure.
You know what Bowser says?
Oh.
And like Donkey Kong doesn't speak. He makes monkey noises,
No, it's just gonna be Seth Rogen laughing the whole time.
but like pitched up. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Who's Yoshi? Damn it.
I don't know. It didn't say.
That's probably not
Didn't say.
Yoshi. See, I mean, like, okay,
Unless
so
that's like a hidden casting that they're not going to talk about.
like I think it's kind of weird because like you look at the Sonic movie and you're like, that makes sense. I don't know, for some reason it just makes sense having it because they had like that.
Well, nobody knew who fucking. Well, people knew who Ben Schwartz were if you were like into internet and stuff,
and Parks and Rec.
and nobody really knew who Ben Schwartz was.
Yeah, he killed that role. I actually,
Yeah, he
have you seen that?
crushed it.
Have you seen the movie?
I have not.
I actually like it, dude. It was like, all right, yeah, this is pretty
Yeah,
good. Like,
I just saw like the main clips of him voicing Sonic.
Yeah.
and I'm like,
no, it's pretty good.
Yeah, all right,
It was
all
a good.
right.
It was a good casting call. But yeah, just Mario doesn't seem like a good like product to make as a movie.
yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. That'd be
I
kind of cool
mean,
if I was
they
wrong.
already
but-
made it into a movie, so let's
Oh,
talk about that.
Oof, yeah, that's the dude from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Played him, right?
Yeah, John Leguizamo, and then who played Mario?
Oh my god, it was
Bob Hoskins.
That's right. It
Yeah,
was John.
I didn't have to
Leguizamo.
look that up, by the way. And then,
They've like ruined his career for sure.
oh, John Leguizamo?
No, not John Leguizamo.
Oh, you should probably turn
That was weird. Anyways,
your notifications off, but all right.
no, I mean they didn't hear it. It's cool. Now
I heard it, and I'm distracted.
But it was
Yeah.
actually through the computer. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like video game, like as movie adaptations, especially if they're like the younger, like those like earlier versions of things, it's kind of stupid. I feel like
Yeah.
you can't really like when they try making Assassin's Creed, it's like, you know, there's a storyline that goes with this already. So like,
Yeah, and then so honestly, have you seen the Assassin's Creed movie?
I didn't catch my attention because again, the storyline was better in the one. Actually, the storyline.
Well,
in the video
yeah,
game sucks,
I'm
too.
a super nerd into Assassin's Creed. I've played, now there's like fucking 15 games, but I've played like 9.
Yeah.
And I'm a super huge fan of Assassin's Creed. I'm a huge fan of Michael Fassbender
Yeah.
because if
He's
you
awesome.
switch the letters around, it's Michael Basefender, which is awesome. Because
the
Fender
Fender
is the
bass.
greatest bass. Anyway, but he did the best he could do in that movie, and
Yeah.
that movie was just written so badly.
It's like if they
And I'm
were.
just like, fuck.
It's like if they were to
guys.
try to do like a God of War movie, I'd be like, don't like the video game itself is good enough, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of hard to just try to make, especially with more like newer like video games, it's hard to just make those into movies because it's like,
You know who voices the new God of War guy?
who?
The guy from
Seth Rogen.
No, the guy from Stargate.
I have no idea who it is.
Chris something. I can't
You
remember
just like
his
his
name.
name's Chris, huh?
Yep, that's the only reason I remember.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, like what other video games like that are out there that are famous that could become movies, and you're just like, no, it sounds stupid.
This could be another topic. Which video games should be movies and not which video games are movies.
Wait, I gotta get in the camera. Writing it down.
You have to get it in the little clicky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just.
Ow, that actually kind of hurt. But yeah, I'm not, I guess going back on the original topic, I'm not super stoked for the voice casting. Like, Jack Black as Bowser.
Check back.
Jack Black. I'm okay with that because Jack Black is just, he's just king.
But you know what also what ruined it for me too is Lion King. Because when they released that cast, I'm like, this is gonna be a dope movie. Like, look who's voicing it.
And it was fucking stupid.
And the thing that people don't realize is that voicing is not easy for even like if you're an actor.
Yeah. You can tell by Marvel's What If.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you guys
100%.
are caught up in Marvel's What If, but they try to bring back the original cast for everything, and there are a lot of actors that are really good on screen that cannot voice act for shit.
I think not Taika. Oh my God, what's his name? Chadwick Boseman actually did a good job on that.
The first one where, spoiler, sorry if you haven't seen it.
The Star-Lord one?
The Star-Lord one, he was awful. But then the other one with the...
Yeah, I mean, voice acting... sorry, that was time. I totally did not say that, but that was time.
Yeah. But yeah, the first one where Star-Lord was shit.
Yeah.
And then the other one where he was... where fucking Killmonger... Yeah, Killmonger saves Tony Stark or whatever. He did a better job.
But I mean, that is the thing, is like voice acting isn't easy, and so like Chris Pratt does a good job. He did good at Lego Movie.
I enjoyed that. He did good in Lego Movie.
Jack Black seems like he'd be probably really fun to work with.
Dude, Kung Fu fucking Panda.
That's right. I forgot he did Kung Fu Panda. He
crushed Kung Fu Panda. That dude can voice act because he just emotes.
Yeah.
Every single interview you watch with Jack Black, he's emoting.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're still talking about this. I'm just so super stoked on Jack Black in general.
Yeah, just the Bowser. That's the only one I was like, that's super sick.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Charlie Day. I think Charlie could probably be a good voice actor. I don't know.
He's not a good actor.
Anyways, we should probably.
Yeah, let's move on.
Let us know what you guys think about this new Super Mario casting, because it's coming out next year, right?
You should write that down too, though, so we can keep bitching about. Well, so I can keep bitching about the casting choice.
Oh, for the divs.
Yeah. The DivX.
All right, well, let's move on.
Yeah, let's moving on.
Round 2.
It's fucking hilarious.
All right. We didn't stop talking about it.
We didn't stop talking about it at all.
Next subject, so we can stop talking about it. We'll probably still talk about it.
Probably.
Female pop stars.
Like favorite?
Female pop
or
stars.
Or just like best?
Just in general.
In general?
So Peach is definitely,
She's not a pop star. She's just a star.
a terrible casting.
I don't know.
Stop it. We're not talking about it.
All right. So, fun fact about myself. My favorite form of pop music is female pop music.
All right, let's go. Let's move from here until like the 80s.
We could.
Who's like your currently favorite like pop star?
Oh, fuck, dude. A lot of them. Oh, fuck. So I guess my overall favorite female vocalist from like even out of high school till now is always and will be Kesha.
Oh, that's gross.
I fucking love Kesha.
I never really liked her. Just, ugh.
But like I said, like female, like
might as well just say Rebecca Black, bro. Come on now.
Okay. She was never really like a female artist. She had one song. But like
talking about Kesha or Rebecca Black?
Rebecca Black.
Oh, gotcha.
Carly Rae Jepsen. Everybody
dope.
knows her for Call Me Maybe, but no, she's fucking legit, dude.
The one I
Listen to Emotion. That fucking album slays.
The one I fuck with right now that I'm just like, yo, you're super dope is Dua Lipa. I fucking love Dua Lipa.
Yeah, Dua Lipa's legit too.
Mainly because not only like is she like a phenomenal singer, like she uses a band for all her live shows.
That's fun.
And that's fucking sick. Like,
you know who I don't get into is Billie Eilish.
There's a couple of songs where I'm just kind of like, I fuck with that, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, I feel like because you're that young, I just can't like you.
Yeah, I get like Billie Eilish falls in the same category as Lorde, but Billie Eilish has lasted longer.
Yeah, Billie Eilish is here to stay, man.
Yeah,
she's
I don't
like
think
the Taylor
she's going
Swift of
away.
this generation for sure.
No, Drake is still the Taylor Swift of this generation.
That's fair.
So,
Drake can suck it.
Yeah,
fuck her.
Taylor Swift fucking sucks too, and going on this category. Fuck Taylor Swift.
She had one good album.
Awful.
She had one good album. After that, it's just been
awful.
Meh. But yeah, I'm trying to think of like what are the modern pop stars that are out there. Janelle Monáe is not really a pop star, but she's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I love her.
Katy Perry though. Katy Perry's awesome.
Katy Perry's the goat, man. I have the biggest crush on her. I mean, I still do, I guess.
Back in the day, or like right now?
No, like Eye of the Tiger era, like post Russell Brand.
Eye of the Tiger.
Roar.
Funny.
Yeah,
it's
Roar?
funny. I know what you're talking about. That's why it's funny.
Like post Russell Brand.
Dude, those
even pre Russell Brand, I guess.
Demi Lovato, I think is really good. And then
I like her.
I'm trying to think of like the Disney people.
Selena Gomez.
Yeah, Selena Gomez. I really like.
What's the shitty one?
She has that fucking banger.
Ariana Grande.
She's not shitty. She's just the least better out of the ones we've already named.
I think for me, it's just she's just extremely generic. That it's just like, you have no, besides you singing, you have no
Like
input in this song.
Yeah. I don't know. I still like the Selena Gomez banger, like Naturally or something. It's like, you are the thunder and I am the lightning. That song fucking slaps, dude.
No,
I'm showing you that song between the rounds. But that song slaps.
Demi by far is, I mean, yeah.
But Demi Lovato.
That's a hard one. Yeah, anyways.
I think that's probably the better one of the Disney era.
They are the better one.
Oh, is it they now? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think she's non-binary now.
Well, they are non-binary. You only fucked up already.
I don't know.
I don't remember. I didn't know that. So if Demi Lovato is they now, then I apologize, Demi Lovato. But you are fantastic.
Call him. Yeah. He's gonna formally apologize.
Hit me up
one more time. 9. Let's go 9. I mean, I guess we skipped the Millennium because I feel like there wasn't really any.
That's Katy Perry, Kesha. Pink. I like Pink.
Avril Lavigne, would she be considered a pop one? It's a little rocky, but it's still pretty poppy.
Yeah, no, it's still pop rock. And my only issue with Avril Lavigne is she married Chad Kroeger from Nickelback.
Are they still married? No, they got divorced.
I think they got divorced
like a couple years ago.
But regardless, like that is the least musically talented musicians that somehow met each other. That's so disgusting.
It makes sense, dude. If they were on Tinder, they'd be like, oh, terrible musician, swipe right.
Done. I'm talking shit, but I like Nickelback more than Avril
Vanessa
Lavigne.
Carlton. Would she be considered pop?
Oh, is that
Michelle Branch?
Yeah. I mean, that's pop.
Kobe Calais.
But again, like
Jessica Simpson. I'm just throwing names out there.
You have to like look at who has more than one song, because you can count a lot of people as just a pop musician because they had one popular song.
So is Carly Rae Jepsen not a pop musician?
See, and that's the thing is like she's had a lot of pop albums compared to Rebecca Black.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know.
she's charted not like number 1 by any means, but like top 100 multiple times.
All right, so yeah, I don't know. The Millennium was really weird. I feel like when it comes to like female singers,
it was. It's when like what's her name went solo from No Doubt.
Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, Gwen Stefani went solo,
thing, and which I think it wasn't great. It was definitely like a money grabber than it was an actual like good album.
That shit was bananas for sure.
Oh god damn you!
I love No Doubt for sure.
Yes,
I love Gwen Stefani's voice, but her like solo career was absolute trash.
I agree.
So bad.
100%.
And it's nothing against her voice. She just picked bad songs. Like all the songs that she did during her solo career were just not good.
That's the formula of pop, though. It's just like you can actually make good pop and put effort into it, or you can just be like, this is the money grabber. Let's just do this instead.
Yeah, I don't know. She went from like a ska goddess, to that.
To marrying Blake Shelton.
Yeah, I mean, Blake Shelton's pretty good, though.
No, he's not. He's fucking trash, dude.
Well, his music's not good, but he's cool. He's cool.
He can suck a dick.
Wow, dude.
90s stuff.
I wasn't
Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears.
Yeah, both those people are fine.
Would Jewel be considered?
Yeah, Alanis Morissette.
Cranberries. See, I guess.
Yeah.
Because
who's that?
Because pop is technically
Melissa Etheridge. Have you ever fucked with Melissa Etheridge? Right? No, dude. That's like
Shania Twain.
That's like folk rock. Yeah. Shania Twain's more country, but Melissa Etheridge is like straight. What 90s referred to as like femme rock. She's like that then new wave feminism wave.
Yeah.
That was powered through like music. That was Melissa Etheridge for sure. She fucking slaps. If you guys haven't listened to Melissa Etheridge in a minute, definitely check her out.
What about like TLC?
Like the hip hop of the 90s? Yeah. I don't know. Is that pop or is that hip hop?
Well, it's like
that's
pop,
time, but
I mean, pop is pretty much just a combination of like all genres that are just popular, right? Like
yes and no. But I mean, like if you look at TLC,
I think
they were popular, but they weren't a pop act.
They were a pop R&B act, I would feel like.
But they were an R&B act.
It's still pop though.
Is it though?
I think so.
But like if you look at it now,
that should be another subject. What's the definition of pop?
All right, I guess we'll fucking have to put that in the hat for another time.
Speed round 80s, go.
What am I speed rounding?
Blondie, Madonna, Janet Jackson, Paula Abdul.
80s music garbage. I don't listen to 80s music. 80s music, unless it's The Cure.
Stevie Nicks. What should be considered pop for that time?
I mean, probably.
Honestly, that's probably should go on the head is like what is pop, because I think it could be like a number of things, and you're just like I test.
By definition, yeah. Well, we'll get into it. because you're
Going in
right.
the hats.
You're right, but you're also wrong.
I'm right. He said I'm right.
But-
I'm taking it.
but-
Next subject,
but-
baby. Next
but-
subject. Next subject.
But you're wrong.
Next subject. Fuck you, I'm right.
Wrong.
Round 3.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for waiting.
Yeah, for us it was like 3 minutes. For them, it's like literally just cut
3
directly
seconds.
to it.
That'll be good at it. All right. What's the next subject, Christopher?
The next subject is fantasy sports versus fantasy games.
Elaborate, because this is your subject.
So fantasy
Mister,
sports.
you never choose my stuff.
Yeah, because you don't.
Go over it.
I literally chose my own subject. So you have not chose my subject
I
again.
wrote all them down, so
Doesn't
fuck
mean
off.
anything. Anyway, so like fantasy sports.
Also,
obviously,
Mario was your subject. You
Yeah,
also chose
I know.
that one too.
I don't know why we're choosing all mine today.
Yeah, because you put more in the hat this time around.
Apparently,
Sorry, go
because
for
you
it.
wrote down all my ideas because you're not having any ideas.
Female
Anyway,
pop singer was mine.
maybe.
Here, yeah, go for it.
Anyway, so like fantasy football
I don't.
is like Dungeons and Dragons for nerds.
Interesting.
Yeah. So fantasy sports, how you have all those fucking.
No, it's not.
It is Dungeons and Dragons for nerds. So you have all those like hardcore jocks that were into sports and now do all these fantasy games like fantasy football. And then you have on the juxtaposition is you have nerds who are never into that doing the same thing but for like Dungeons and Dragons.
That's two different things, though. Like Dungeons and Dragons you don't have to wait for a specific time and date to like watch what's about to happen. Like that's the biggest difference. So therefore,
You kind of do if you're doing a specific campaign.
I mean, yeah, but you're not gonna be like, all right, let's watch Wheel of Fortune and see like what our score is gonna be after this.
You could, man. You
With
could.
Dungeons and
You could.
Dragons?
You could.
No, that's
That
stupid.
could totally be a game that you could do completely. You can have Fantasy
Are we-
Jeopardy
are
for
we
sure.
doing Fantasy Jeopardy now, just me and you.
We totally can.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
But it's not the same as Dungeons and Dragons.
You're right, because fantasy football is way nerdier
Also-
than Dungeons and Dragons.
Seattle had this thing called Dungeons and Drag Queens, where it's legit drag queens
That's fun.
playing Dungeons and Dragons, dude.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Dude, there was a bar in Fort Collins called Dungeons and Drafts, and I miss it because it was hella nerdy.
Yeah, have you played D&D?
I've played it, but I've never gotten into it. Like
I've never,
hard.
ever.
I really do want to get into it, but I don't have the commitment because when I do like Dungeons and Dragons or like how like LARPing or anything like that,
Yeah.
I go balls deep into it. Like I will invest in my character, but I don't
been
have
LARPing?
time for the investing.
You've been LARPing before?
I've been practice LARPing, so I know homies who LARP.
Yeah.
And I went and they're like, oh, I need to practice my sword play. So I went and just fucking like sword fought them just for fun, but I wasn't a part of their LARP group. That's
It's
literally
like-
my extent to LARPing.
That reminds me of there's an SNL skit where Adam Driver is playing like at what's that fucking place called medieval.
Like the Ren Fair? Renaissance
No,
Festival?
but it's like a restaurant. Medieval.
Oh, Medieval Times.
Medieval times,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And he's like taking his like role so serious. He's like, the king killed my mother and killed my father. Like he has to die. It's like, whoa, wait a minute, dude, you're doing the wrong thing here. Like he's like playing his part, but he's
Yeah.
like, it's like, it's really funny. I'll have to show it to you later. But I mean, I don't know. Like I think they're two very different things. I think fantasy football, you choose the players that are there, and by week it varies on how you play, right? So it is tactical, very statistic based, but it's not as if you're like rolling a die or fucking doing some shit
That's
like
very
that.
tactical and statistic based as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're two different types of
Yeah,
things.
obviously they're two
granted-
different
granted,
things
they're
because
both-
they are two different things.
Just
It's like
because-
saying you and me are the same thing, but we're very two different things.
Yeah, I'm cooler. I mean, they're both nerdy,
about that.
and I think it's funny that we try to get away from nerd culture so much. Speaking
Yeah.
of which, you're not. I mean, this is too late, but we're
it's a
hosting
week
trivia
later.
like in 30 minutes. But no, I mean, like it is nerdy. I don't know what it is about like popular culture being like nerdiness is not cool.
Q, K.
Like fantasy football, like people
Dude,
go
fantasy football's
all out,
fucking
dude.
stupid. I hate fantasy football.
Aren't you on the team this year? Don't you have a team?
No, actually, you want to know a fun story, Alan, if you're listening. So
Was it this one or this one?
it was this one. It was his favorite finger. That's so fucked up. But so I got hit up, be like, hey, join my fantasy league. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll think about it.
It's
What's the
D&D.
buy-in? What's the buy-in? Like, I don't know, because I'm gonna lose. I don't watch football at all. So it's like I'm gonna lose. So let me know what the buy-in is, and I'll tell you yes or no. Didn't hit me up, and then one of our managers that we both work with, he was like, okay, so Alan's doing the league, and I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, okay, it's only $10. I'm like, oh, and then I'm in because fucking $10, whatever, man. I just can't drink Red Bull for 2 days in a row.
2 Red Bulls for 2 days.
2 Red Bulls.
That's taking one.
And I was like, yeah, I'm in, whatever. So he's like, okay, cool, I'll tell him. And then he told him, I was like, cool, here's my $10, whatever. And then a couple days later, I see Alan. He's like, you told me too late, man. We already filled the spot. I'm like,
I told you way too early.
God damn it, Alan.
Right. Stupid Alan. Is he the commish?
I think so. I think it's Alan's league. I think it's Alan's league, but I could be wrong.
I think you saved yourself on that one. That's so awful.
But yeah, no. So
bad, dude.
I played fantasy football
Get Wilson.
twice in my entire life.
I used to play it like religiously, dude.
Yeah.
And I got to the point where I had 3 teams, like in 3 different leagues.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm not even enjoying football. Like, I'm rooting against my own team.
Right.
This isn't fun. So I stopped doing it like 4 years ago. And every year is like, dude, you doing fantasy? I was like, nah.
See, fantasy football is good for people like me who don't care about football, but want to play the game.
Yeah, so
that's why I whooped your ass at Madden, because I care about the game, but not about the actual sport.
So Dungeons and Dragons, huh?
Yeah.
What about that?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what's nerdier though? I guess the whole point is, what is nerdier? Dungeons and Dragons or fantasy football?
I think
because fantasy football has way more math involved.
I think no, it doesn't.
It does.
It's got
if you're looking at
computers that do that
stats,
shit,
bro.
Dude. Yeah, no one gives a shit about that, dude. Everyone
That's
just
how
cares
you
about
draft by stats, dude.
Oh, you draft by prospect, man. That was pretty
You
good.
draft by
fantasy.
feeling.
Yeah, more than a feeling. But no, I mean I think Dungeons and Dragons is it's nerdier only because, for one, it's been around longer, but it's never seen like the main stage like esports has or something like that.
I think Dungeons and Dragons is only nerdier because it's
via popular opinion.
It's you have to literally act.
Yeah.
So when you're playing like a good campaign, you have to be your character. So it's a lot of like
it's like LARPing inside.
You're being you're like on stage. You're a thespian kind of per se. Whereas fantasy football, you're just a douche, because that's what people who play fantasy football are, just douches. So they don't have to act; they just are.
Shots fired, dude. Shots fired.
Dude, for real, I fucking hate fantasy sports because those dudes are so fucking douchey.
No, you know who's douchey? Beer snobs.
Oh, fuck,
the douches
dude.
of douche. And that is time.
If we pull that topic next, I'm gonna laugh.
What? Beer snabs?
We'll find out.
Guess we'll find out.
Next.
Round 4.
All right, you guys. Thank you guys again for tuning in. We hope you're enjoying yourselves. However you're listening to this, whether it be on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcast.
Or YouTube. Shout out to YouTube, because that's my job.
Yep. All right.
What's the next topic?
Subject number 4.
Subject number 4. What do we got there, G, for the next topic? We have what's next,
It's
G,
called
for the next topic?
Shut up. It's DMCA. DMCA,
The
which
Digital
stands for
Millennial Copyright Act, which is
the worst. The worst.
we can get DMCA'd for that.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that this turned into a verb is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
It's
You
like
just got DMCA'd.
Yeah, the fact I was like, oh, you can get DMCA'd for that.
All right,
So,
I'm gonna let you explain it.
so if you guys aren't familiar with the DMCA, it's a federal regulation that
That's why we're getting locked by DMCA.
Yep, and that's DMCA'd. Beep, 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 beep.
Every time we do that,
Yeah, that's the joke.
yeah. Sorry, I'll let you. I actually let you finish.
Okay. So yeah, the DMCA, Digital Millennial Copyright Act, was a federal regulation put in place to limit the copyright on digital media, as in YouTube, songs, that kind of shit. So when someone is streaming, for example, on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook even now, and they play like a song in the background that's copyrighted, so they play, name a song, G.
I need Bruno Mars.
Yeah, that song. So they play a Bruno Mars song in the background of their thing. Their entire video can get claimed by whoever owns the song rights to Bruno Mars.
Or they'll mute it, which has happened.
Yeah. So yeah, they can get claimed and collect all of the revenue for that because their song is simply there, which I think is complete bullshit. So the fact that there were like song review channels or album review channels that played like snips of the song here and there. But they didn't play the song in entirety. They'd play like 30 seconds of the song, stop it, talk for like 2 minutes, and then play another 30 seconds, stop, talk for 2 minutes. That was all copyrighted. I mean, like, hey, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Even though it falls under the fair use.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's where I'm at. Like, the DMCA is such bullshit, in my personal opinion. That's limiting so much content.
This is from like the Napster era, right? Like this is when this kind of like first kind of like got born, like became born.
This was just a couple years ago. It was not that long ago where this.
What am
happened.
I thinking of then?
The Napster era was a similar thing to this, but the DMCA. God, I'm so burpy. But the DMCA was specifically for streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they kind of adapted it to.
Yeah, I guess ultimately, I think when we kind of decided to put this on the hat, I was thinking just not only that, but also just the idea of just copyright and using it. Like, it's so fucking stupid. Yeah, like DMCA is really interesting because like even if we play a snippet of anything on our channel, it could even turn out to the point where the entire channel gets monetized.
Yep.
Or demonetized.
Yep.
And not just that one video.
Yeah, so I mean, we're not at the point yet that we get money from our YouTube or any of our podcasts yet. But if we, by happenstance, played a copyrighted song in any of our podcasts, we can literally get money taken away from us because we played 20 seconds of a song.
Yeah.
It's fucking absolutely ridiculous. There's so many loopholes.
Ridiculous.
I was going to say ridiculous, but then I said it's fucking just dumb. It's just dumb. It's just dumb.
I mean, in copyright, I don't know. Like, so the idea of copyright, I imagine, is
as musicians ourselves.
Yeah, and it started.
We're not against copyright.
Well, and it started off because of like people like obviously stealing music and claiming it theirs, and then like not making money off of it. So I understand why it existed, but then you have companies like ASCAP and BMI and all these places that
make money off other people.
Yeah, and like you don't really see that return as well. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Like that's the one thing I like and respect about the Grateful Dead is they're just like, we own all the rights to our shit. Use it however the fuck you want.
Yeah, and it's all copyright free. And they're just like, yeah, you want to start a Grateful Dead cover band? Cool, copyright free. Go for it.
Yeah, and even then they'll find like ways to like still get money off of you. Not Grateful Dead itself, but like other the companies and stuff.
And the fucked up thing is like it's really never the artist unless you're the Eagles
or Metallica.
Yeah, or Metallica. There's literally like there's less bands that are for it than are against it. You know.
I mean, my thing is like, this is what sucks though. Is like if you're not a
I said that backwards.
If you're not a big artist, like you make music with the intention of losing money. Like anything that I have out there, I'm not gonna make anything off of it. I spent more money putting it on the platform or even recording it than I've actually made in return. So I'm just like, yeah, fucking use it. I don't give a shit. That's what it's for.
Yeah. But because you make more money by having this professional, like, oh, I'm on Spotify. Check us out on Spotify, and then you send them to Spotify, and then they book you for a show.
Yeah, you know, like
it's like that kind of thing.
And so, but my thing is like, yeah, if you guys want to use it for like a video, just ask me. That's cool. Like, just let me, like, just let me know where it's at. I don't even care if you guys make money off of me, like my song on there. It's just cool to be like, oh fuck it, they used my shit. Like that's legit.
Yeah. So defeats the purpose.
On the contrary,
go for it.
Sorry, on the contrary, you have these people who are making millions upon millions of dollars. And they're just like, oh no, they can't play it because those 5 cents belong to me. It's
Did
like,
I ever tell you,
man?
Fucking my Taylor Swift rant in like 2000 whatever, where she pulled all of her songs off Spotify because she wasn't making enough money.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, she made like $100 million that year if she didn't pull her songs off Spotify. And she's like, oh, I did this for the artist, but then they literally didn't change any policies. And then Taylor Swift just put her songs back on Spotify later at a higher rate because she was in demand. So it had nothing to do with the industry, but everything to do with just Taylor Swift herself.
Yeah.
God damn it, I hate Taylor Swift.
You were going to say something about defeats the purpose. So.
Oh, yeah. So, no, for example...
also, he's said that, like, I think multiple times on the podcast. He
defeats the porpoise?
No, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift? Yeah, I definitely hate Taylor Swift. So, yeah, my band Defeats the Porpoise. We had a YouTuber who does a lot of film stuff. I think Pink Hat Photography, shout out. But he produced a video where he was doing like a behind the scenes or something like that of a modeling shoot he was doing, and he put our album backing track to it.
Yeah.
And he hit me up. He's like, yo, can I use this album? I really like it. I'm like, yeah, go for it. And like that kind of shit, if it's like a mutual agreement, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, man. It's such a greedy business. I mean, everything in business is super greedy, but I mean, especially with music, like fuck, like I make it for the sake of just people enjoying and having this type of feel, right? Like I'm never gonna be like, I'm gonna make a million. I mean, granted, I'm not as talented as like a Justin Timberlake or like a Taylor Swift for that matter.
You're definitely not as talented as Taylor Swift because you're better.
Oh, that's the nicest compliment. I haven't ever talked more shit about Taylor Swift and me comparing me and her because you'll compliment me.
Yeah, but you're assuming she's good.
She's making more money than I am, so she's good at something. But yeah, DMCA fucking sucks. Honestly, like DMCA fucking sucks.
Yeah, DMCA fucking sucks.
But
that is time.
Hey, you want to move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Fuck Taylor Swift.
Fuck Taylor Swift.
Final round.
Thank you guys again for tuning in.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
The final subject. Chris pulled it up, but I'm going to read it because we're mixing it up today.
No, because it's his topic and he wants to fucking brag.
Yeah.
What's the next topic?
And final topic is musicians who wouldn't make it in today's industry.
James Brown.
Jesus, hold on.
Oh,
Okay, now.
James Brown.
Hey. Yeah, no. I honestly, James Brown, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles.
Because they're black or because two of them are blind?
Because two of them are blind.
Okay.
James Brown, just because the style, which is not.
James Brown, because he doesn't actually give any qualities to the music.
I mean,
he
was perfect where he was at.
Yeah. James Brown literally wasn't good at making music. His band was good at making music.
I mean, Try is such a good one though.
James Brown was good at selling said music.
Yeah, he was a performer. More than anything else, he was a performer.
And but if you listen to a lot of his just songs, there's not a lot of substance.
Good go.
Yeah, there's not a lot of substance to any of the songs, and all of it is literally relied on the musicians themselves. But nowadays, said musicians who were super talented, way more talented than James Brown was, would not be in James Brown's band.
Yeah.
So therefore, James Brown would not be a thing because he could not find talented enough musicians to treat them how he treated them. I don't know if you want to get into that.
No, yeah. So let's
to
talk
treat
about
them how he treated them.
So I actually read this.
To even stay in his band.
Here's some random trivia. There was times where we played what he would play live and do these specific grunts or haze, and the manager would actually start docking keeping counts of it.
Yeah.
And that was every time a musician made a mistake and he noticed it, he'd be like, and then they'd be like, oh yeah, that was a drummer that messed up.
Fucking drummer fucked up.
And so then he would deduct their pay for fucking up in live performance.
Yeah. How fucked is that, dude?
I mean, I get that he's really disciplined and strict, but yeah, he was. I mean, I love James, and I think without James Brown, you wouldn't have a lot of things out there that exist.
That's irrelevant. Irrelevant.
No, for sure. But if you were to start now, if there was a James Brown Jr. that tried to do the same exact thing or just had the same exact voice and style, he would not make it.
No, just not even the James Brown Jr., not even the style or any musicality the same. If he just was the same discipline as James Brown was.
Oh yeah, for sure. No,
he would not have a band.
Okay, so I was talking about Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles for sure. Shut up.
Yes, sir.
He was pointing at me. If you can't see, but Stevie Wonder and James Brown, honestly, unfortunately, because they are blind.
Stevie Wonder and
Ray Charles.
Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately, because they are blind, they would not make it in this industry. You know what they would be? They would be the guys that would be on America's Got Talent and be in second place or first place, record one album and then never be relevant.
Never be relevant again.
That's because it's all about image now, and that's what kind of sucks about the music.
That's why we're not famous. 100% because of our image is terrible.
Yeah. That's exactly the 1%.
The one thing holding us back. The one thing
that we ugly as fuck. Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to think of who else. I think Rick James would have been fine. He would have been okay.
I don't know about Rick James, dude. I yelled in that a little too hard. Rick James is a little too sexual, and I think he probably would have gotten Me Too'd.
Yeah,
I don't mean that negatively towards Me Too. I mean that sincerely. He probably would have done some fucked up shit.
I mean, he did some fucked up shit.
Yeah, well,
no, but I guess we're not talking. I'm not necessarily talking about I guess for this question, it's more so just being.
I don't know. What we're
about. The style that they play, not so much the lyrics or anything like that, right? So I see the reason why I say Rick James, I'm that's kind of like Thundercat now. in the sense of like.
No, you
like
take
the style
that.
of-
You shut the fuck up and take that back,
I'm not
sir.
taking that back.
Thundercat is
Dave-
so much better than
like
Rick
David
James.
Bowie would make it as well for this the way he just.
I think
like,
David
sings,
Bowie.
right?
Yeah, I
Like,
think David Bowie would make it.
I think Rick James would have a niche somewhere because of the way he plays.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's just a lot of musicians who like unfortunately like if they're not fitting the bill in the sense of how they look, they wouldn't make it in this industry nowadays.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of punk bands that probably wouldn't make it now because most of the punk bands that are famous are only famous because punk.
Yeah.
So even if like so let's say like punk happened but excluding I don't even know.
Ramones.
Yeah, excluding the Ramones, then yeah, the Ramones could not be a punk band now.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It sucks because I think music right now, popular music is very shallow.
It is. Actually, I take that back. It's
Like,
not shallow.
It's either very shallow
just have
or
to
like
know what-
very. Sorry, let me. It's
Yeah,
very
you-
shallow
Get in frame.
or like very like hipstery.
Yeah.
And if you're in between, you're relevant.
Yeah,
for
there's.
like
I don't know. It just depends what you're listening to with pop music because there's so much pop music that people are like, oh, this is a 145, like blah blah blah. I'm like, no, you think it's a 145, but actually, kind of shit.
yeah. I don't know. It sucks because like there's like a lot of good music that was made in the back in the day, and it's just kind of like would that still fly? Like just the drive or the determination or
I don't think
the
the
style or like just the way the person was like how would that work? Right?
I don't think the Rolling Stones would have made it.
No.
I think like Led Zeppelin would do it. I think Pink Floyd would do it. I think Black Sabbath would
I
do
don't
it.
think the Beatles would be honestly.
I don't think the Beatles would do it either. Like they're just so generic. I guess this is all in hindsight. So like the Beatles were revolutionary for what the Beatles did, but at the same time the Beatles were hella generic.
Yeah.
They were so fucking generic.
They busted a what's it called? What's his name?
Fuck you.
They busted a Garth Brooks that they wrote the formula for a specific
Yeah.
genre, and that's what they went with.
But yeah, and like that's why I think like for example Black Sabbath would make it today because
They said fuck you to that formula.
they weren't generic. Like they had these massive like 7-minute songs that were fucking legit.
Yeah.
And they're still legit today. And it's like, okay, if they wrote that song today, it would still be tight.
You know who would fucking kill it would be the Eurythmics.
Probably, dude.
Like they would be twice as big if they were now than they were beforehand.
10 years ago. Yes, not now, but
Yeah,
10
yeah,
years
that's
ago.
fair.
Yeah. Like dude. I definitely think they were just too soon. They were like
Yeah.
that synth pop when nobody wanted synth
Dude,
pop.
Sweet Dreams is still one of like the hardest like songs out there that just like
Yeah,
you're
dude.
like
it's
how was
fucking
this made like in the
crushes.
early 80s? Like Jesus Christ, like the synth sounds so much more modern and just like the vibe of it is so much yeah, like Prince. I don't know if honestly Prince wouldn't have made it.
I don't know, man. I think he would have. I think his popular songs like Kiss wouldn't have been his popular songs.
Yeah.
I think he would have had other popular songs in today's climate.
That's fair.
Yeah, because like all of Prince's popular songs, I personally don't think are good. Like Raspberry Beret,
I love Raspberry Beret.
the fucking
Let's Go Crazy.
that song's okay.
Just 'cause
The
he
Corvette,
shreds, dude.
the
Yeah,
Cor-
the Red Corvette's not.
Yeah,
it's
Red
alright.
Corvette. I was gonna say Pink Corvette, but I was like, that's not right. And then Purple Rain.
Yeah.
I don't think Purple Rain's a good song. I don't think Purple Rain is a good enough song to be a
Oh, that was
title track
Time,
of
if
his,
we didn't say that.
I didn't know that was Time. But yeah, I don't think Purple Rain's a good enough song to be a title track of an album.
No, definitely not.
Even to have a movie made about that album.
No,
is
for
fucking
sure.
Stupid.
The thing about Purple Rain though is that as a live performance, I can imagine that that's just like the most heavenly thing to see it live.
We didn't see it live, but we saw it performed live
Super Bowl,
at
yeah.
the Super Bowl,
But imagine that.
and it was fantastic.
Imagine that, like, oh my god, in person.
Because it was raining, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Fucking
you remember
Prince is
that.
the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was raining, and they flashed the lights purple.
So all the rain was
dude.
purple.
You look like a god. I was like, I fucking love this.
Yeah.
But thank you guys again for tuning in. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please tell your friends about what the fuck's going on here. We want to get more listens and views and more subjects and shit like
Yeah,
that.
definitely. Why are you cursing so much in that short time frame?
It's fucking fun, dude.
Wow.
Right?
Huh.
Motherfucker.
Frick.
Mother freak.
Anyway, I hope you had a heckin' frickin' good time.
Yeah.
If you guys would like, please subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure to ring the little bell thing for notifications.
Oh, gross.
And also we have episodes every Friday that are YouTube exclusives that you can only see on YouTube. Thanks, G, for helping me out there. You were going to say it and then you just didn't. But thanks, G.
You're welcome. You got it. Hey, you guys have a good day. Enjoy yourselves.
Are you not going to Spotify? And
I did earlier.
Yeah, okay.
Spotify and shit.
All right.
See you guys later.
Bye. Oh, your mouth sounds are disgusting.
Bye.